Welcome to Friday Night Heights. We're at the Lloyd Noble Center for Meet 2 of our doubleheader. Tonight, the #1 Sooners host the 8th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats. This is Friday Night Heights, presented by Sprouts Farmers Market. Take a look at the standings in the conference to this point. All 9 teams in the SEC are in the top 15 in the country. Currently, Oklahoma and Kentucky, #1 and 4 in the SEC. And they're going head-to-head tonight here in Norman, Oklahoma. And hi, everybody. I'm Bart Connor, along with Trinity Thomas, the Florida All-American, and it's great to have you here in your broadcasting debut. Are you excited?
I am so excited. Thank you.
Now, you competed a lot against the Oklahoma Sooners. They're currently the best team in the country. What qualifies Oklahoma to be the best? What is it about their gymnastics that's so good?
Oklahoma's gymnastics is pristine. I've never seen more attention to detail, and that's what makes them so great.
Kentucky has a chance to knock them off tonight. Kentucky is a team on the rise. They're led by Tim Garrison. They've had a couple of big home meet scores and a couple of road meet scores that are quality, but they're hoping for a high road meet score tonight and maybe a win against the Sooners to improve their chances of being in that evening session of the SEC Championship. And their senior leadership really delivered for them last week.
Yes, huge stuck ball. And then Skylar Kill-Off-Wilhelm swung her way to a 9.95. Kentucky's Bean Queen Isabella Magnelli with a 9.925. And then the anchor closed out the night, Haley Davis on floor with a 9.925.
Oklahoma Sooners are led by KJ Kindler's she looks pretty relaxed tonight. She's in her 19th season here at Oklahoma. They've had a solid performance so far in the first 5 meets. Of course, the #1 and 2 all-arounder in the country are going to be competing tonight, and that's Faith Torres and Jordan Bowers. They were amazing on bars last week against Arkansas.
Lily led off great. Addison followed with a career high with her best routine of the season. And then Faith Torres delivered once again with a 9.95. And then for the 20th time in her career, Audrey Davis earned a 9.95 on bars. Jordan Bowers then closed out the rotation for the Sooners with a 9.925. What a bar rotation.
All right, we're ready to start the competition here at the Lloyd Noble Center in Norman, Oklahoma. Oklahoma, as the home team, gets what we call the Olympic order. They'll start on the vault. The visiting team, Kentucky, will start on the bars. You can see their respective lineups in this first of 4 rotations. Young Lily Peterson is in that leadoff spot. She's just a freshman out of Minnesota, but Lou Ball, the head coach, associate head coach, has said that he trusts her in this position. She's already scored as much as 9.925.
Lily is incredible on this event. She's already stuck.
Oh,
that was near stuck. Step on the landing for Lily.
Kentucky's on the bars in this first of 4 rotations, and this is a terrific event for the Kentucky Wildcats. They are high-flying, do huge release moves and huge dismounts. This is really one of the most exciting bars teams in the country, in my opinion. Isabella Ravelli will lead them off here.
She's going to start off with a Jaeger.
Wow, so high.
Right down to the low bar with a shoot over. A little short on that cast handstand. Double layout dismount. Okay, a stuck landing.
Good start in that leadoff spot. Leadoff is a key role in gymnastics, especially in an away meet. You really got to get some momentum for your team because the home team is feeling the energy from that home crowd. Quick reminder how the dual meet format works. 6 gymnasts will compete on each event for each team. You count just the best 5 out of those 6 scores towards the team total. And as I mentioned, the home order is what we call the Olympic order, meaning the home team starts on vault, finishes on floor, and we go back to to Oklahoma on the vault. 9.9 was the leadoff score for Lily Peterson in that leadoff spot, even with that step on the landing.
That's a big score, especially in the leadoff spot.
Now, Faith Torres has already stuck a couple of vaults this year, so eager to see what she can deliver here for the Sooners. Waiting for the judges to give the green flag, and here it is. It's an 82-foot runway, and she'll launch herself over the vault table and try to stick it.
Yes, Faith is great on this event. Yurchenko 1.5. Wow.
Oh my goodness, again.
Wow.
I think that's 3 in a row.
That was amazing.
What did you like about that vault, Trinity?
The height on that vault, and then look at how perfect she lands. Straight up and down. She is excited about that, as she should be.
I'll expect a big score. Now, if Lily Peterson with a step got a 9-9, and it only gets better from there, what are we going to see for the Sooners tonight? They haven't broken that 198 this year. Perhaps tonight is the night. Ryan Noonan now on bars after the 9.825 for Elizabeth Ravelli.
I love her bar composition. It's actually very similar to a routine I did in my freshman, sophomore year. Nice cast handstand there. Gearing up for the dismount, double layout. Another stick, chest a little bit low, but she fought for that landing.
Isabella Ravelli, 9.825 was her score in that leadoff spot. Talk about the under rotation you mentioned, Trinity.
Yes, so you'll see here, her chest is a little low, so she could have took a step, but she fought for that landing.
Judges will be taking a minor deduction for that break in body line in the last part of that double layout, but no deduction for the landing, that's for sure. 9.975 was the score for Faith Torres. It means one judge gave her a 10, one a 9.95. Here is Addison Feda.
This is a newer vault for her. Yurchenko 1.5. She can do it well. Just a hop on the landing. What a great vault for Addison. Nice height. Just a little bit too much power there. I've seen her stick that vault. She's gonna get it this season.
You know, of course, Addison quite well. You both grew up in Pennsylvania, went to the same club. She's coached by her parents, Tony and Jen. We'll talk more about that later in the show, but what a freshman year she is having.
Yes.
9.8 was the score for Ryan Noonan in that second spot. This is Annie Reichert now. She's in the lineup because Jillian Prokaski was supposed to be competing, but she didn't make the trip because she's ill and she's back home in Kentucky.
Well, that was a beautiful Jaeger. The height was incredible. Nice shoot over to handstand. This bar routine is stunning so far. Almost got the stick, fought for that landing. Beautiful routine.
Tim Garrison likes his gymnasts to go big on bars, and they fly high, don't they?
Yes, and this was just about as high as you can go. It was stunning, beautiful, so far above the bar. It's exactly what the judges are looking for.
Talking to Tim this week, he said his goal on bars is to make them take notice. And if you fly high on those big release moves, it impresses the judges for sure. Kira Wells now, the sophomore from Augusta, Kansas, coming after Addison Feda, 9.875.
Another Yurchenko 1.5. Oh, beautiful in the air, but a large step back on that.
We talked about how high the Kentucky gymnasts fly in their release moves. Let's talk about some of the things the judges are specifically looking for, Trinity.
Yes, so on bars, the judges are looking for those handstands to be straight up on top of the bar to have no deductions. The releases need to fly high above the bar like we were just talking about, Bart. And then the dismount, high and stuck.
Haley Davis, the senior from North Carolina, after Annie Reichert had a 9.85.
Another Jaeger. A little quick on these cast handstands. She's going to be looking for a nice dismount here. Another stuck double layout.
Nice.
That was a beautiful dismount.
Haley currently in her 5th season pursuing her master's degree.
comes that blind Jaeger. Nicely done. Handstand just a little shy. Right down to the low bar. Shoot over.
See our little protractor on the tech tools there. Within 10 degrees of a perfect handstand is a no deduction, so she was just a little short of that. Here's Jordan Bowers coming after Kira Wells had a 9.85.
Big Yurchenko one.
Oh!
Wow.
That was something.
Now wow.
How does she do it week in and week out?
And KJ said something about getting 2 sticks on vault at least, so there she goes.
What is it about her
Nice.
vault you like?
Oh, she's beautiful in the air. Legs are squeezed perfectly together. Chest is up on that landing. That was just amazing.
Twice in her career, she scored perfect 10s on the vault. Expect a big score there as we go back to Delaney Rodriguez now out of Las Vegas, competing tonight in the all-around for Kentucky. 9.875 was the score for Haley Davis before her.
Nice shoot over. Little short on that last cast. Beautiful height on that double out. Just a small hop forward there.
We mentioned the Oklahoma Sooners, the #1 team in the country. They have been very explosive on vault over the years. And they do a high degree of difficulty on vault, which is always an advantage because they typically have more gymnasts doing vaults that come from the 10.0 start value than their competitors, which gives them an advantage. Here's Elle Miller. She is in for Audrey Davis, who was just pulled out of the lineup after the 9.95 came in for Jordan Bowers.
And she will also compete at Yurchenko 1.5.
Nice.
Step forward. Otherwise, great vault. She's one of their stellar freshmen.
She has been sort of knocking at the door to get in the lineup. This is her debut tonight for the Sooners in the vault lineup. Oklahoma off to an awesome start, so they gave her a chance and chose to rest Audrey Davis, who is normally a very predictable, solid vault, but a chance for the Sooners to get a little experience for the freshman Elle Miller out of Minnesota. There's no off weeks in the SEC, right? So you can't really go easy, but the Sooners are doing great on vault, and they use that opportunity to give a new experience to a young freshman.
Yes, absolutely. And those opportunities, like you said, don't come often in the SEC.
Skylar Kilo-Wellhelm now, the transfer from
Height
Washington.
Jaeger right down to the low bar, shoot over to horizontal.
She's just a complete gymnast. She's good everywhere on all 4 apparatus. She's doing the all-around tonight.
She is, and she's so clean. I love that about her. Double layout. Whoop, that's all right. Nice bar routine.
Tyler Kilo-Wellhelm, when she competed at Washington, had many accolades, bringing her skills now
Nice
to Kentucky.
Pike Jaeger. Right down to the low bar. Here's that dismount, the hop, but she caught herself.
So the Oklahoma Sooners, you can see their score is a 49.55. We're waiting on the score for Kentucky on the bars. We'll know the final score after the first of 4 rotations. Monday, we've got women's basketball here on the SEC Network as number 15 Oklahoma hosts Auburn here in the Lloyd Noble Center. The action gets underway at 8 Eastern. Here are the respective coaches of the 2 teams. There's KJ Kindler in her 19th season at Oklahoma, and what a career she has had. Not only 6 national championships, but what really impresses me is in 15 years she has been top three, 13 out of 15 years. You see their upcoming schedule. They have a couple of big meets coming up as well, including LSU and Trinity, your team, Florida, in a couple of weeks. There is Tim Garrison, the head coach in his 14th season at Kentucky. They'll be moving to the vault in this second rotation. You see their upcoming schedule for the rest of the regular season.
Let's take a look at the sports science during the Bulls bar routine at the 2017 NCAA semifinals.
Welcome inside the Lloyd Noble Center. I'm Bart Connor along with Trinity Thomas in her broadcasting debut. And we're here tonight with the #1 Oklahoma Sooners hosting the #8 Kentucky Wildcats. You know, we talk about Oklahoma being almost unbeatable here. They're 150-4 in this building. You competed against them when you were at Florida. What makes Oklahoma so good?
Yes, Oklahoma is absolutely incredible at what they do. Their skills are like no other. They have their legs, toes pointed together, everything perfect.
Well, we're really proud to have you on our telecast, and of course, your list of accomplishments are pretty substantial, Trinity. Hey, hang a second. Yeah, you've done so many things, there's no room for me even. 28 career 10s, 34 SEC female All-Americans. You've done it all. It's a lot more than I've ever accomplished, but we're honored to have you here, Trinity. And let's look back at some of your highlight performances against these two teams, both Kentucky and Oklahoma. What do you think when you see that young lady out there?
Oh my goodness, it makes me want to get on the floor right now. I miss these days. These were the best days ever. Love competing, especially floor. It's my favorite event. Double layout, one of my favorite skills.
Perfect 10s in your incredible career, tied for the most in NCAA history, and we're glad to have you working as a broadcaster. What do you think of all this?
It's a lot. It's different, but I'm getting used to it, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, you'll do great. Okay, so the Oklahoma Sooners have the lead after the first of 4 rotations. They will go to the uneven bars, and the visiting Kentucky Wildcats, who trail, they will be on the vault in rotation 2. When we come back, you'll see Mackenzie Wilson for Kentucky on the vault. She is explosive. And on the bars, you're not going to want to miss the sublime Audrey Davis. Perhaps one of the best in the country, reigning NCAA champion. Don't go away. Friday Night Heights is presented by Sprout.